Welcome back, whippersnappers. This is Gramps. We're in Shapes 2 hard mode in the dimension update, and we just unlocked our crystallizer last time. We made at least a decent attempt at making a crystallizer machine. And now I want to work on this milestone 10 because boy howdy. Once we get that done, we are going to have train delivery, which is absolutely great. Let's take a quick look at this shape. So we start off with this guy. All right, so that's pretty easy, I think. We're just going to build the bottom layer and then build the top layer, the bottom layer, including the crystals. All right. Then we're going to build the top layer with pins instead of crystals, and then run the whole shape through a white crystallizer. And that'll create that. Now, then we've got this guy as the next one. So we have the crystals are the same, so we could use that same thing, but then we just need to basically cut it into these two sections here and add the white windmill hourglass. Then we got this guy. So that is the same as this. But then we put pins here, here, and here, which is easy. And then, and then we've got a pin there too. And then the little green. And then we've got our little, I think it's a little doggy. I think it's a little wolfinator. So in the other shape we've got is this. And, then we have this. Crystals on top of a pin. Ugh. That seems like it's going to be fun to figure out. If you want to watch me figure this out, please like and subscribe. We're super close to our next little marking point, which is 350 subscribers. And last I looked, I think we were at like 348, so super duper close. And yeah, now let's see. So here's our little area here, and these are our little task machines that are currently not working because we're going to focus on this. And what we need to do to this, to start off anyway, is I was talking about, let's find let's find that shape, which is a rectangle, skip, and a rectangle. And we can make it out of any of these, of course. But if we have a raw one like this, then that's going to be super duper easy. So I think we're going to just do that. So yeah, let's start with this anyway. And that's the right orientation. So we got that going for us, which is nice. And yeah, I'm gonna just double this up. And we're gonna start pulling those shapes. Now, like I said, one of them we want to have go through a blue crystallizer. So let's get our crystallizer out and put it over here. You know, we should probably make a crystallizer depot. And let's do that. Yeah, we just need crystallizer. Then this is what we're going to do. So we'll get our shape unloader. And a little stop. Let's get our shape loader with a stop. And let's do color down below. So we'll have a liquid unloader, a fluid unloader. You know, I think I want to do this. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take it up to the top layer. And then, down below, we're going to do a fluid unloader. Right there. And then another one there. So we have 2 fluid unloaders. This guy is going to do that. That right? Oh, no, that doesn't work. How are we gonna? I mean, that works, of course. But then I want to do this, so I'm gonna move this out one. To there. And same with this. Yeah. So that works. So now we have 2 of these unloading, both of them feeding into the same pipe, which then comes and feeds double into this pipe here. And let's do that and that. I think we're good with a little... we just have to remember that shapes have to go up a layer to go up in on 2. Is that all selected? No, it's not. Now it's all selected. Okay, so this is going to be a depot. Crystallizer. And over here, we will put crystals. All right, let's use our crystallizer icon. That's the virtual crystallizer icon. Where's the regular one? Am I not seeing it? There it is. Crystallizer. Depot. What was the numbers that we were putting on these? I'm just gonna put 3. All right, and we'll make sure to put in depots. Save. Okay. All right. So looking good. I'm gonna cut it though, and move it up here a bit. And now let's get two of these going. And we'll do fluid loaders. One of which goes in at this layer. And one of which goes in at this layer. Okay, so we'll have just 2 different color trains picking up there. You can see, because things are moving so quickly, look, these are already loading up, which is great. Let's claim this. And, yeah. I'll do, oops. We need shape loaders. There. Oh. And we're going to go up. There. And I did 2 of these because eventually we're going to have one going here, and then one going off to this to get the pins before it goes into the, you know, the other, but the crystallizer. All right, so let's do just a red and a blue for now. And up here we will, yeah, we've got them both going there. And over here we'll do the same. But we're going to take one of them, we'll take blue, and go off to this. And then they're delivering to different layers. Get those going, get these going. Okay, so that is making the bottom layer, which is great. But let's do this too, actually, while we're here. And we'll have blue just coming off to the side. So blue's not going to deliver into here. Ever. And what we want to do there is a, we could make a pin pusher depot as well. Oh, but we're not pushing pins. We're just stacking. We're going to stack pins on there. Right? Right. So yeah, this has to come up to a, we're going to do a stacker depot this way. And top and bottom does not matter. But let's take this and go down. Put it there. Okay. So we're going to run this guy into there. And then what we need is pins that are top left, bottom right. To stack in with that. So I think what we can do is take a shape like this, rotate it to top left, bottom right, or take a shape like this, and just use our pin creator. I think that'll work. Let's try that. Because, yeah, these are going to come in and just be pins like that. Oh, no, except it's... Oh, that's interesting. I think the pin creator, now that I'm thinking about this, I think the pin creator will work. Even if you drop it on a shape with a single quadrant filled. I think this is not going to work. You know what? Hold on a second. Let's fast forward. Yeah, okay, so I just created this with minimal fluid coming in. But look at this. It's going to create a full 4-pin. Huh. So, that's okay. We can still use that because then we can come into here and create use our hourglass machine. Seriously? Is this what we're doing? To create that. That will totally work. Alright. So one thing is also I forgot to copy this up. So I'm going to resave this as our whatever it is, our pin creator. All right. So that's actually working. I'm gonna delete this and do that, that, not that, that. Then over here, I'm going to just do this. Okay. So this is not perfect. It's not great. It's not beautiful. But it's gonna work. Okie doke. Got that going. Yeah, and it's the right setup too, so. Okay, let's do a shape loader. Where are we going? Up here somewhere, right? Beep. Running that on in there. And just do two of those. Let's shape cars. Okay. Beautiful. So that's going to create our top shape, which we then need to stack with this guy. So we need another stacker depot. We'll do this one out here. This one does matter top and bottom. So we want this. Oops. That to go in on the top. This to go in on the bottom. And let's use our fancy down. Look at that. It's beautiful. And yeah, that is full. That's what we want. So we'll do this. We're going to use blue. And get some cars on there. Over here, we'll use our white train. Get cars on that. Okay. So that creates our shape, which then needs to go into a white crystallizer. From here. All right. So first we need to make some white fluid. Let's just do it here. We had a depot for white. And right here seems like a good enough place. Okay, then we have each color, each of the primary colors delivering on its own layer. So I picked here because we've got some red, green, and blue all together. So let's create some depots. And I do want to kind of build this one up. So let's do that. Doggy agrees. Alright, so we're going to grab that. We'll go here. And here. And yeah, we'll do here as well. Just gonna take this and scooch it up that way. Then this one we'll also do here. Red, we'll do here. Okay. Let's put some green trains on this. I'm not even worried right now about platform points. We've got over 5,000. So we're looking pretty good there. And yeah, I'm just not worried about it. Then over here, blue. There we go. Okay. So blue, we're going to bring in at the lowest level. Green is going to be at the medium level. And red, oops, is going to be at the highest level. All good. All connected. And we can build that up. Cool. This is going to start creating white fluid. So the red, again, the red and green mix to make yellow. Yellow combined with blue, somehow in our magical world, makes white. Excellent. So that is going to come down here. And like so. I'm going to flip it the other way. Oh, no, I should do that differently. I'm going to do that. Yes. Okay, so now we'll have white coming in here and here, and the shapes coming into the very top layer. So let's get shapes first. Do some room for expansion there. Then let's use our fancy into there. Okay, and this, yes, see how that is. That's what we want. Uh-huh. And shapes. Okay, so that's going to come and drop in there. Now, over here, we should have some white. Yay. White is on the... Oh, I should have done that differently. That's okay. Just going to jump over this. And bring those two in there. Yeah. It would have been better to have this on like a medium or higher level. That way it's not going to conflict with all this stuff. That's okay. We can work around it. This one I'm going to do 2 red, 2 blue. And down here where we split the tracks, let's shuttle blue this way. Perfect. Okay. Now look at that. Wow. Okay. Good. So we can always add more fluid into this system to get it producing a little quicker, but it looks like it's doing pretty well. This one's not up to speed yet, but I think it got there. So this should be making our final shape. And let's see. Let's see what we got. Yeah. That is it. Beautiful. Okay, now where do we need to... Oh, we're pointing the wrong way. That's okay. I think we can come up onto this track, which only has a red one right now. So let's come back over here. There we go. All right, and there's our track that we're going to join in on. We just need to drop down. To this layer to join in. Is that right? And this takes us in. Yes. Okay. Good. So let's go back over here and create. Oh, look at that. We already have a full train load. Okay, so I'm just going to create a white train. And send it. Boom. There we go. Okay, so that's getting this guy done. This guy, pretty easy. This one is easy. The next one, I honestly don't know how we're doing that next one. Probably uses swampers. Son of a biscuit. Alright, so I'm looking for a windmill shape, like a lonely windmill shape. Maybe this guy. I'm looking for some green. We've got a lot of stuff going on around here that is going to continue to be used in this process. And I want to take this whole thing here. Maybe we could take this and just choppy chop. That seems like a lot of infrastructure. Well, I think we might. Let's just do a quick shape filter and just put a single W in. I mean, yeah, we could take this guy, except that I just don't like crossing over there. This guy is good, but there's not any green right nearby. But that's okay. All right, let's do it. So we need to, we'll need to paint it green. We'll also need to do the green crystal. Now that said, the crystal is gonna come out of the system. Because we're not gonna need that. So let's do this. Boom. So yeah, I'm not super duper worried about the crystals right now. And yeah, let's bring that right into a painter depot. Yeah, shape just comes right in there. Yeah, don't have to go far, do we? I know what I did. There we go. All right, and then let's get some green rolling in. Green. Okey-doke. That. All right, so that gets us. Oh wait, we don't want this. Yeah, we need to do other stuff first. 1, 2. Okay. Oh. Yeah. First, you know what? I'm just gonna build this. What we want to do, we're gonna take this shape in. We're gonna give it a clockwise rotation. Then we're going to give it a delete, a half destroyer. Then we're going to give it a counterclockwise. rotation. All right. Let's do this. Boom. 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 All right. What's that going to create? This should do it. It would help if this was coming in. Yep, that does it. Okay. Now we get what we want, because all we wanted was that, just that quarter. You know what? We don't need that. We can do. I don't think we're even gonna need 3. It's such a short trip right here. Okay, this then needs to feed into a crystallizer. And again, just feeding that one corner shape into the crystallizer is going to get us what we need. So let's do a crystallizer depot. And we'll do it. I'm going to turn it the other way, which not really what I want, but it will work. And plunk it down. Okay, so here's our shape layer, which is this. We need to go up. I said up. And into here. Then I want 2 things of green coming in down at the bottom. This is actually kind of perfect, because we're just going to run this right into there. And just make sure it's not white. So let's get some green. Let's get rid of that. Don't need that blinky blinky in the eyes. And yeah, I'm just going to take this. And we'll go over here. Yeah, we can do this and this. And instead of that, do this. Boom, and oops. Boom. Okay, that gets us 4 green depots. Get that come along here. And one's going in there. One is going in there. And then here we just need 2 different color trains. So do 2 green, to yellow. Here. Green going in top and yellow on the bottom. Excellent. We're good to go. So that should be done. That should make this. We need this. Yeah, we've got our green. And shape. This is wrong. All right. Yes, because this goes this way, leaving room for expansion. Then it comes over here, gracefully goes down a level. Oh no, that's on layer 2. There we go. All right. And not white, so we'll use yellow. Yeah, there's our shape. Shape. All right. So now we've created our second guy here. And our first one is more than halfway done, which is great. Let's cruise along. Let's look at our other shapes. Let's see how they're coming in speed-wise. Ooh, this guy really cuts down. Oh, that's 1 second. Let's not do 1 second. Let's do 1 minute. Yeah. So the other thing I want to keep in mind is that once this is all done and built, that's when we can unleash the hounds, because that's when we can really increase production and kick things out to make, huge trains. And like I said earlier, I want to have a train car that has 10 cars. I want to make a train that's 10 cars long that is delivering this shape. Okay? And that for all of these. I just want them hammering in there. Like crazy. And I think that one of the ways we're going to do that is by using depots. But I'm still not sure on that. So depots are, let's just take a quick look at depots. All right, I'm going to just set up a little mining operation here. So here is a yeah, we're mining this shape, which is great. And it's getting picked up by this train. All right. Now, what we want to do is have that, but then we also have this shape. So we want to have these two shapes delivering to a train that has that's up here. This is delivering to this train, which has two shape cars, 2 shape wagons. And so we want to transfer from these guys into that guy. How do we do that? So I think there's a way to do it, and I think the way is maybe this. So here's our shape wagon transfer. Right, so if we do this, and then we have a quick stop there and there. It's not stopping because there's nothing to pick up. Now this guy's going to drop its full load, and this guy's going to drop its full load. Now this guy has something to pick up, right? So now the white train has 1 carload full of one of the shapes. But now if we do something like this, and do that, which would fill the second car in the train, do that. I'm wondering if maybe that's the way to do it. And you would have basically a whole line of these. That would then fill this train up. So the next one, you'd have this. Stop here, and you'd have that be there. Now, in our case, these would all be the same shape. All right, they would all be the same shape going in. But I don't know if that is optimal. Now, of course, we could also do this differently. Let's get those trains out of there. And we could have this come down, do that. Yeah, but of course we only have 3 layers to do that with. But then we could, stagger them. Let's take a look too. Right, I don't care if stuff gets peeled off. If we take this, can we put it there? No. So we could put it there. So that gets it a little bit closer, but then this is going to keep growing because, I mean, like I said, eventually if we've got a, one that's 10 cars long, then, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11, right? So eventually it's like this. Which doesn't seem right. But that might be the way to do it. I just don't know what to use these guys for other ways, So let's let me try doing this and building a 10 car. Let's see how long it would be if we were to do this. And I'm not going to worry about multiple layers because, again, we only have 3 layers. So let's just do it like that. And, yeah. Okay, so let's try this. I'm just going to pull this all the way out there. that's the other thing, is that these are going to be super long. If this train is 10 cars long, 1, 2, 3, there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So when this comes along and stops like here, it might have cars all the way back here. Now the other way to do this, of course... Yeah, see, now it's loading that train too. Maybe that's helpful? Maybe that helps our case? Let's try this. Come in here and say, yeah, you go there. Oops. Delete. I'm going to kill the white train for now. And I'll build this out a little bit more. And then, so that was 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, I'm not worried about prettiness. Oh, yeah, we do need this. And I'm going to do a blue car here. Now we have, let's get shapes loaded all the way up here. Also, let's grab this. Let's take a look at our upgrades. Yeah, I mean, we're not at full capacity yet. Now we're at full capacity. So now each train holds 6 packets per layer. I believe this will hold 12 total, because I can... Oh, maybe it's only holding these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, so it only holds a little bit more than a full train load. Let's test that really quickly. Here, I'm just going to cut that one off. It's dead. Does this take it all and leave just one? Yep, it is. Okay. Alright, so let's get these loaded up. So I'm going to skip forward. Let's get these loaded up and see how it's going. Okay, we've got full stations here. And this is, keep in mind, just the first 4 stations. Now, if I were to send a 10 car train into this, what's going to happen? First one's going to get fully loaded. And it's a little slow, to be honest. Alright, so let's take a look at this. Yep, that is fully loaded. Second car comes along and is fully loaded. Now we've got one's coming in back here. All right. That's interesting. So we've got cars 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 9. Oh, but now it's not going to stop again for these. because car 1, 2, 3, 4 is fully loaded. So it's not, right? Not stopping for this? I think it gets to a point where it's not going to stop anymore and not going to load anymore. All right, so the other way to do this is the old way. And you've seen me make these depots on in other series, if you've watched any of my other series. All right, because this is the way we used to do it. Let's say this is our 10-car train line right here, okay? Boom, boom. What we do is we have this shape loader. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and then that, okay? Then out here we have unloaders. And these could be done at different layers. Yeah, we could do these like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then we could have one up there, and we could have one down here. Okay. Then all these just need to be wired up. Right, so connect all these. And connect all these. Now, of course, we didn't have multi-layers like this. But this is the way we could do it. And this allows for multiple trains coming in. At 3 different layers. To send stuff into this. And then this train comes along, makes one stop, and boom. That's it. So let's try this, just for kicks. I'm going to expand this stuff. Give me a minute. Okay. So what I've done now is I've got trains delivering to all different layers. And I've got red trains at the top level. I've got red trains at the top layer, yellow trains at the middle layer, and blue trains at the bottom layer. So you can see they're delivering like crazy. Not making it to this one yet, but it will now. And you can see that all of these are getting filled up. So that is, kind of working. And then if I, give it the cars here. So 1, 2, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boop, boop. There we go. Now look at this. This pickup train is just going to come along. And in the meantime, these other guys are delivering like crazy, getting that all stocked up. And you see some of them are even over full. So they're going back. And boom. Let's look at this. Full, full, full. These are they all full? I think they are all full. So I think that might be the way to do it. And yeah. So that's I'm going to do that. I'm going to create this as a blueprint. Mass transfer depot. And I'm going to do that. And I'm going to say 1, 0, 10 for 10 cars. Okay. Excellent. In the meantime, that first guy has finished off, and we now have this. This is still delivering. That, and that. So I think we're going to call it. We've run a little long, but we've got some good stuff. And next episode, we will figure this out. And I may do a little digging, a little experimentation before. We'll also get this guy going, which is another little trick. But yeah, that is all good to go. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining. This is Gramps, signing off.